What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the spring season of series number 1. Right now we're whipping around in our Mercedes-Benz race truck because of the last video that I posted doing the what was it? Holidays Are Comin seasonal championship. But today we're going to be jumping into the Drop It Like It's Hot seasonal championship, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. Ooh, actually we got the Razor Tachyon Speed because we got enough points after the last race, and I didn't even realize that. But jumping over to the Drop It Like It's Hot, you can see that reward is a Super Wheelspin, and our car restrictions for this Street Racing Series Championship is Retro Supercars, and it has to be in S1 class. So I've got 3 cars set up. Let's jump into our first one, and then we'll go check out and see what those races look like. All right, our first car here is going to be a car that almost everybody should have because it is a barn find in the game. This is the Jaguar Sport XJR 15. So this car does have a tune on it. That share code along with the tuner's name will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. But this is apparently a really good car in this game, so let's go ahead and start up the championship, see what our races look like, and get into it. All right, first race. These should all be sprint races because they're street race events. All right, good deal. So, all right, first race is going to be Highland Climb in our Jaguar. As always, I do go check. The difficulty should always be set to highly skilled by default, and it should be locked there. But I am of a habit to where I always check it out. So let's jump into this and see what this Jaguar can do against our other retro supercars. Looks like we've got a F1, a Mclaren F1 here. Trying to see what else we got. Ooh, need to pay attention though. Okay, this thing is handling really, really well, actually, for it being a little wet. Up on the inside there. This thing is very, very responsive. It is nice to drive. I like it. Alright, we've got a Saline S7 ahead of us. Last car to beat. And we're going to go right on the inside of him and cut him off. There we go. We're up into first. We're rocking and rolling already with our Jaguar. Don't make fun of the way that I say Jaguar. I am from the south of the United States, and just the way it's going to be. I will not apologize for who I am. There we go. All right. Apparently we did something that we got an accolade. I didn't see what it said, but about 50% through the race, well, almost 50% through the race, and we are absolutely killing it in the Jaguar. This might be the best car to use, quite honestly. We'll definitely see how the other 2 cars act as we get into those next 2 races, but this thing is absolutely flying. It's gripping to the road. Right now, I don't see a flaw with this car. And it's got pop-up headlights. So, ultimate street race machine right here. Yeah. Doing great. Hard on the brakes. Like, this road doesn't even feel wet. That's how good this car is doing. Like, you could tell me that this road was, like, dry, quite honestly, if the car felt like this. Or just from the way the car feels. It's not, like, sliding or anything, which is amazing. Alright, and then just the dash to the finish. And we're going to get a really good gap between us and the Drivatars. And the car's floating. Back onto the ground, across the line for a nice cinematic win on the first race. All right, we had a 6-second gap on the next car, which was another Jaguar. So interesting enough. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our next race. And before we do that, we'll take a look at the next car. All right. Next car we're going to be using, which I didn't even realize it had red rims. Those are definitely not painted red rims. Those are the ones that are just, they're red as a default. But this is the 2005 Ford GT that we won last week. I think it was in the trial event. Don't quote me on that. But we're going to see how it does here. The share code for the tune will be up on the screen now, along with the tuner's name. But like I said, ignore the red rims. I didn't realize they were red. That's just the color of the rims on the tune. So let's jump into it, jump into our GT, and see how this will do in this street race. Okay, the rims don't look like awful, I guess. They're growing on me a little bit. If they weren't like so big, I might like them better, but I don't know. I guess it's red, white, and blue themed, if you want to count it that. Again, I think they're just too big, and that might be what's throwing me off a little bit, so. But let's see how these rims perform here on the Canyon run. Up on the inside there. I'm kind of afraid that those Drivatars are leaving us right now. Ooh, we need to be on the brakes right there. Okay, I was not paying attention, quite honestly, but we're going to go right into the back of a Lamborghini. I don't know if that was a Countach. I think that it was. So yeah, up into third. Did damage to a quite expensive car, or two expensive cars. This Ford GT would not be cheap either. Up on the inside of, I think that was a F1. Not 100% sure, but up on the inside of the F50 there. And we are in first place. Let's see how this thing can hold its own. It definitely is. I mean, it feels good. It really does. It doesn't feel quite as stable on the wet road as the Jaguar did. But I mean, I'm not complaining. It's doing pretty decent. This is also a little bit more of a windy course than we did have the Jaguar on. So, we barely got that. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I mean, we're gapping. That's the important thing. We are definitely gaining a lead on the Drivatars. Get inside. Got a big kind of U-turn coming up. The brakes work really well, I can tell you that much. We've got the C to use them, but we have 25% of this race left. Let's see if we can't get a bigger gap on the Drivatars as we go through this windy little bit. So we had a 6-second gap in the Jaguar. I'm very curious to see what we can get in the GT. I was trying not to lift there. Let's rewind that. I was trying not to let off the gas, but I definitely have to. And brake a little bit if I want to make that inside. Follow that apex. And we're coming across the finish. We could have probably hit 200 miles an hour across the finish line, but, you know, I got to have my nice little cinematic look at, you know, coming in first there. Let's see what we get. What is second place at? 6 seconds. So, same amount of time difference. So, I mean, that's not really a good judge of which one's quicker. That's just kind of for me, but all right, 20 more points. Let's go ahead and jump into our last car, and we'll get that last race underway. All right, and our last car is going to be the 1982 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.3 here with this really cool wide body. I really like this livery as well, so pretty neat. Definitely race car. RWB all around it, but the share code for the tune that we're using along with the tuner's name will be up on the screen now. But we'll go ahead and jump into this Porsche and jump into this last race and see if this is going to be just as good. This is definitely my favorite model of, or favorite body style, favorite year of Porsches right here. I love the like the extruded like headlights running down the hood and everything like that. I just really like this body style. So we'll jump into it and see how it can handle. All right, jumping into the Castillo Del Mar street race. Let's get it going. Let's finish out this championship. Let's jump into the Porsche. Here we go. I don't know how this one's gonna do. Okay, it's a lot faster than I was expecting it to be off the gun, which is always a good thing. Oh my goodness, this already feels so fast. All right, into the back of the Carrera GT. That's fine. Up the inside, okay, yeah. Just right up into first place. This one definitely does not feel as responsive. It's definitely got a good amount of understeer on this tune. But you could easily account for that. I think just hitting the brakes and turning in will help you out a lot. But yeah, this thing is a rocket, as we have already seen, and I mean, especially with that little corner cut that you can do at the beginning, definitely will jump you up in the first place rather quick. Again, that understeer just kind of gets you, and I mean, you definitely get used to it. You don't have to use 3 cars, by the way. I just use 3 cars to give you guys some extra content and options to use. So you just have to pick a car to use. So don't go buy 3 cars for this one event. Again, you just have to use 1 car, and you can use it across all 3 races. I just try to provide some extra content for you guys by using 3 cars and then showing you different tunes for those cars as well. So this thing is doing very, very well, though. I mean, we are booking it, and it may just be this course, it might just be a faster trial or faster trail, like a sprint race for us. I don't know, but that first big corner definitely got us like up in the lead pretty quick. Got 80% on the race left. Seeing if I can get a bigger gap in just 6 seconds. Got 1 turn coming up. Hit the brakes a little bit so we can get a little bit further in. And we'll get across the line. Such a good looking car. Alright, let's see if we get a 6-second difference between us and the second place Drivatar again. 7 seconds. Okay, so that may just have been a quicker course for us. I don't know. But there we go. That'll get us 60 points on the championship. And that should get us the win and unlock that super Wheelspin for us.
You win again? I'll ask Haley to tell everyone you are unapproved by the festival.
So there's that super Wheelspin.
No? Fine, I won't.
Alright, Drop It Like It's Hot is complete. So there we go. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. If you did enjoy it, again, make sure you like the video and get subscribed. But I hope you guys do have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.